Okay, I'm with Facilities Manager Randy Scott, and we're still in the part of the building that's accessible, correct?
Correct. We're in the area that all students and staff would normally be able to access. And we're going to go through the construction area doors here, and that's why we have our hard hat, safety glasses, and our high visibility vest. That's a requirement of anybody within the construction area, even visitors.
Okay.
So I'll take you through the construction area here. This is the east hallway. This would be the hallway on the back side of the boardroom. So we'll kind of take you through there and show you what's going on today. What they're doing here is they're taking and partitioning off the doors for the boardroom, which is now our band room. They're removing the temporary partitions that were up during the OS fire fest. And the holes through the floor, what you see on the walls, is the rerouting of our valve system and our intercom system. Those two systems are part of the reason we're shut down today. We're rerouting things that were in the east-west tunnel, which I'll show you shortly. Would have been our old counseling offices and our activity director's office. And the area covered by that area is the east-west tunnel. Our geothermal lines were rerouted, and we took the cables out of for the intercoms and bell systems and rerouted them as well. And you can see they're cutting through the roof structure, and that's part of the other reason that we're out of school for the next couple days. I'll take you this way and I'll kind of explain it. Before, the geothermal piping used to come through there and run right here along the steel, run across underneath this roof section that's going to be demoed. And then it went back down in the tunnel. So we had to refeed that so we could keep cooling on for the building for phase 1 construction until the new systems are up and running. So what's happened is these lines have been rerouted. They've been brought into the tunnel. And the tunnel has been filled with sand and poured back shut. Once that's all done, we're going to demo this ceiling and roof area just like they're working on this area to the south. When this work is all complete, this area in the middle here, this former courtyard, will become our new commons area. About where we're standing off of this nurse's office will be the new school store. You can see, we'll take a walk back and I'll show you the band room is being brought up to level 100 or ground level. These were our band offices, and this is our band area, and what they'll do is they'll demo this floor out and they'll bring it back up to level 100, and then they'll reframe all of these offices. Off the top of my head, I don't remember that area.
Well, I'll bet people who have memories of the band room in here have never seen it like this, huh?
No, absolutely. I'll take you to the choir room and you'll be able to see what the band room will look like here shortly.
Okay.
So let's walk around the other way. Watch your step. So these are the former bathrooms. This particular bathroom off the auditorium becomes a storage room. But this other bathroom, we'll get on this south side, it becomes our new coffee area that our kids will staff and work. A variety of different programs will work in this area. So this area from this entry this way to the south, when this is all done, this will become our new coffee area. administration offices off there. Commons area in here for the cafeteria and commons. Our gym, of course, is on the other side of that construction wall, which you can't see now, but we'll be able to see once we leave the construction area. Our new kitchen will be over here. Our new culinary over there. The new receiving area will be on the far back. And then clear off to the east of the building will be our new band and choir areas. And you can see what they've done here is they've demoed that floor out and they begin to bring this up to level 100 so that this floor can be re-poured. So this was our former speech room and our former choir room, and you can see what they've done, just like they're working on doing with the band room. We'll take a walk outside here, and I can kind of show you where the limits of the band room and choir room will be. There's an addition off to the south, just almost to the stakes. Construction will push out to the south a little bit, and then it's also going to push off to the east.
So we're in what was the old hallway right here. We're the sidewalk we're walking along.
Correct. This was the old hallway between the choir room and the auditorium.
Sure.
And this hallway will be widened out so that we have the proper egress. For anybody that was through here before, it was kind of a scary thing if you're leaving an event and say that you were to leave this door and you're walking down this fairly narrow hallway and somebody decides to leave that door. There's not a lot of room between the swing of that door and the edge of that hallway. So this will make sure that people have the proper egress and the ability to get out in case of an emergency. This area back here is the old dressing rooms, and they will get new plumbing fixtures and sewer line reroutes outside here. All this floor area from here all the way over slopes now. It'll be all tore out and re-poured as part of phase 1 construction to get it up to grade so that this all becomes enclosed spaces. And then outside, if we just step outside these southeast doors, you can see the green stakes here. And the green stakes are the limit of the construction, the addition that goes out to the east. So you can see that the footprint grows. We grow the footprint from about, if we included the ag building, which is obviously located across the street, we'll grow the footprint from about 190,000 square feet to 239,400 square feet. What you see the concrete crews doing now and Baker's crew, they're out here doing compaction and concrete strength testing. You can see that construction, and we can walk out there. There's actually the new classroom wing.
And that's what they're doing the footings on, right?
Correct. So they're getting the footings done in preparation for then the slab on grade. And then that will give way to CMU block, which then we'll also start with our steel erection as well. So again, there's the extent of construction to the east. And then you can see the corner of the building pad here as it comes out tight to the existing building. These batter boards here would indicate the far south wall of the new classroom wing, and then you can see the batter boards off of that pile, the dirt pile there. That indicates the far east wall of the new classroom wing. So we'll walk over that way so you can get a full view of it.
Wow, that really extends the footprint to the east.
Quite a bit. The new classroom wing is only a 2-story classroom wing as opposed to a 3-story. All of the classrooms then are grouped by area of curriculum so that the teachers can collaborate and work together, and it all ties into our career academy concept and what we want to do as a district in terms of educating our kids using the CTE model. As you look now, as he turns to the north, you can see this would be the That would be that footer would be the west wall of the new construction. These batter boards, like we said, are the far east wall. And this footing that you're seeing here is actually the center footing. And this classroom wing then goes all the way out about to the edge of that footing. This is the phase 1 in construction. Now in phase 2 then we also have our once this classroom wing comes down, we extend out and we have our new construction trades, ag and welding and those other vocational trades out there. But from this view you can really see just how big of a footprint that new classroom wing has.
And then the space from the old classroom wing, when that comes down?
When that comes down, that'll give way to our new plaza area in between our freshman wing and our ag department. It'll give way to our greenhouse. That area, of course, has to come down for us to facilitate phase 2 of construction. So phase 1 of construction is really focused on our new classroom wing and construction on the south and east portions of the building. Phase 2 of construction will be focused more towards the west and north portions of the site.
And this portion, phase 1 should be done.
We'll have parts of it complete as early as fall of next year.
Right.
And other parts available, like the classroom wing, will be available after Christmas break next year.
Okay.
When we walk through that commons area, we can kind of walk that. And I can kind of show you what's going to be available in fall of next year. We refer to it as grid line 11 West, which will include the new commons area. It includes the new south entry, the new administration offices, the new south driveway, and our locker room remodels will all be complete by fall of next year. Now you can kind of see this was one of the major reasons that school was shut down, was the rerouting of these lines, so that we could reroute them and still keep heating and cooling in the building. Before there was a lot of ductwork through here and these pipes ran much lower, but in order to facilitate this demolition, these lines had to move. So they moved, and then you can see here where they tie on and they actually drop down through the floor and they go into the tunnel so that they don't affect any other phase of the construction later. So they drop down through the tunnel here and they go all the way through. And I'll show you where they come out on the other side. You can see where those two large pipes go down through the tunnels now. That's where these new temporary lines are tied into. That allows them to demo this area. And that really facilitates what we want in terms of access to the building for fall of next year. We talked about grid 11 line west. This is that grid line. So you can see this line of columns and posts. So next fall, we'll have access to here. That includes new bathroom areas for our events. So we'll have the courtyard gets infilled with bathrooms for choir events, auditorium events, plays, as well as our sporting events in the gym. And then what we'll do is we're going to walk through the construction area. Here's the crew over there. What they're doing is they're cutting the lead cuts in the roof. They can start demoing this roof safely while we have kids out of the building. The other reason we were shut down was there were some electrical lines that ran in those tunnels.
Sorry, there was what?
Some electrical lines that ran in those tunnels that fed our locker room HVAC units. They fed some other heat pumps. We had some heat pumps in the boardroom that had to be refed. And this allowed us to do that and shut the heat down to the building and accomplish that work without impacting students or staff. You can kind of see the area. When this is all complete, you can see how much of the roof comes out. This roof will come out all the way through. And we'll walk back in the student side. So on a typical school day, all these doors would be locked. Access from the construction personnel into the school is very restricted. Those activities are being coordinated through Houseman, through myself as the owner's rep, so that we don't impact students or staff. The other thing that we had to reroute was our fire system, which ran in that tunnel as well. So we had to lower those lines down into the stand, get them in conduit, so that we could keep our fire alarm system working during construction.
Which it looks like it is.
It is.
Yeah.
We're back up and going. The crews worked over the weekend, so it's not just that they took the weekend off and then Monday and Tuesday. They actually worked all weekend long. They were here late Friday, all day Saturday till almost 8 o'clock Saturday night. They started at 6 and they were here again Sunday from 6 till about 7 o'clock last night.
And by the end of Tuesday, they
Heat'll
should
be back on, and power will be rerouted, and we'll be ready for school. Intercoms and bells will be back up.
Okay.
I can show you what we did with our band and choir room, because I know folks have asked about how are you still doing band and choir. So what we've done is we had to juggle some classes and some scheduling, but we moved our band and choir room into our boardroom. And so my staff is working on rerouting the intercom lines right now. But during a normal school day, those doors would be open, and then you'd have chairs out here, and this would be where our band and choir kids.
We'll be around here tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. Bye. I think so.
Well, you've got everything moved, don't you?
Yeah, we moved the band lockers and everything.
Again, this is quite a switch from the boardroom that, if anybody knows what the boardroom looked like.
Yeah, it's been quite a change. I'll also show you a couple areas we had to add in preparation for the moves and construction. So they blend in so well, and most people probably wouldn't notice, but these two corner areas used to be open, as in this area. So this used to be block wall. And what we've done is we've created a temporary nurse's office because she was displaced and we had to move her. So I'll show you that just real quickly. So
And this is temporary.
this is temporary through phase 1. And then we didn't have enough band storage because of the move. So we created a similar space for them for band storage and choir storage, fine arts. And then lastly, just over this past summer, we created a new activities director's office because obviously they were displaced as well. They were in the former counseling office area. And so this is where Cindy Ramos, our activities director, secretary, and Dave Foxworth, our activities director, they're housed now.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Dave.
How we doing?
Good.
I gotta come out and get my hat like that. I have a red one that says that. I can't ever remember that.
And then the rest of our school activities then, of course, are up in the classroom wing. We did do some additional construction in the library to add some classroom spaces, add some office spaces for teachers that now don't have a classroom all day, so they have an area to do their prep and their planning for their classes. So I think that's about it.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Randy. Appreciate the walkthrough today.
Thank you.
For KNEB, I'm Dave Strang.